What's going on, guys? It is Mason of Delphine here today, and the Switch has been out for well over a few days now, and we've all had our little time to experience what it is capable of doing just in the few days we tried it. And I had to have somebody else with me to give my first impressions of the Switch, or ours rather. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, it's Zach here, aka NGameTheCube, and we're gonna be talking about some Switch goodness.
It's about time we could actually talk about the Switch when we have the Switch. Am I right? Or am I right?
Yes.
It's crazy. Like, we've known about this thing for years. Finally, we have it, and
Finally
life
have
is
a soul again.
yes, life is perfect. It's great. So, real quick, did it live up to the hype for you? Just to kind of start things out, kind of get us into the groove. What was your first impression of it? Like, just in general.
Yeah, I think it lived up to the hype. Like, all I was hoping for was that it would do the whole fusion handheld console fusion thing right. I've wanted this ever since I heard about the rumor of a potential Nintendo Fusion console being in development back in like 2014 or something, which was a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. And so all I wanted to do was play the game nicely on the tablet without any issues, and then dock it, and I wanted that concept to work well. And so in that regard, it's worked perfectly, and it's everything I pictured it would be. And I love the screenshot button and just everything. Like, this system has a lot of potential, in my opinion.
Right.
And it definitely lived up to what I was expecting, which was a solid fusion device, and something that can take pictures and has a clean OS and everything. It's just what I wanted. Although the friend code thing is so strange. Like, that came out of left field.
It is. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about that, because when does Nintendo go backwards? They do that a lot. They're typically behind in the turn, and like talking in reference to technology. Voice chat's finally a thing, but it's not here yet. This summer is coming, and like through the app or whatever. But it's just like, we haven't heard nothing about that. We have heard nothing about them advancing and being as powerful as Xbox One or Scorpio or PS4 Pro or whatever, And it's just crazy to me to think how they think going back into friend codes is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't
know.
get that. It's like the Wii U had the normal IDs, but now it's back to the whole friend code thing.
Right.
From what I've heard, though, this was created by, this whole online infrastructure was made by DNA or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
At least from what I've heard, I don't know if that's true, but
Right.
if it is, it does sort of make sense, because this is how people with mobile games, this is actually how typically people add each other, is through a little
Right.
code. And so DNA probably ended up making a friend code clone because they're a mobile developer. And oh god, I hope Nintendo changes it like in the summer with the big online update or whatever, when they include voice chat in the app and all that. But it's weird. I think Reggie even said there wasn't going to be any friend codes, and now we have friend codes, and it's like, what?
It's crazy, I know. But it's just like, they're very different. Nintendo does things in Nintendo's way, and that's all there is to it. But for me, it was just like, like you said, we've seen pictures of what this thing could potentially be, aka Eurogamer's leak, that was pretty much 100% accurate almost.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of had an idea, but the trailer, it got me hyped in October whenever they unveiled it. And then in January they had the presentation, and oh my gosh, everything except for that the translator guy got me so hyped,
I know.
And I was
Super Mario Odyssey, wow.
yeah. And like this thing's got games coming, and obviously, we're waiting for those, but we've played it for the last week almost, and it's just like, I feel like we're almost able to just give our thoughts on it, because we've tried it, we know what it's all about now, and it's cool. So basically, let's just go over this stuff. What did you get on launch day, just to kind of get people familiar, like everything?
I got Zelda. Oh my god.
What? What? What are you laughing at? What's your problem?
Oh god. I have no idea why.
Dude.
Okay. Right. Okay, that was so weird.
Calm down, buddy-o. We can get through this.
Okay. Oh my god, that was so random.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
It's lost my mind. Okay.
You got Zelda. Continue.
Okay. Now just pretend to be all formal and pretend like I didn't just have the biggest meltdown.
Well, I'm not editing this out, so.
You're not?
No, I'm not.
Oh my god.
I'm not. Calm down, bud. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, God.
Are you serious?
It's making me laugh harder knowing. Okay. Time to pretend to be formal now. Okay.
Composure, composure, composure.
Okay.
Something is wrong with you.
I didn't get any sleep. I got like 3 hours of sleep.
Okay,
So I'm losing
alright.
my mind right now.
That's what happens when you play Zelda. But anyway, okay, you got Zelda. You got what else?
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I got Zelda. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like okay. So first, I got Fast Racing Remix because I actually didn't have anything like basically my Switch arrived, but my games were taking like forever to arrive that day. So I like downloaded Fast Racing, or Fast Remix, RMX, I guess, and I was playing that for a while. And it's a fun game. It's really pretty. I think it works great on the handheld screen, and and then later on that day, I got Zelda and I got Bomberman. And oh my god, as soon as I tried Zelda, it was like, yeah, the Switch is perfect.
Right.
I
Did you
mean,
get any extra controllers or anything?
yeah, I got the Pro Controller too. So
Cool. I
Pro
mean,
Controller feels so nice.
yeah, so I mean, pizza. This is like the most casual recording ever.
I know,
Okay.
we're having like laughing breakdowns and pizza.
I mean food during this. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I got a lot of things really. I got Breath of the Wild Special Edition, the Amiibo, Pro Controller, extra Joy-Cons, the Switch. I got a good bit of stuff, but I also got 1-2 Switch, and I got Snipper Clips and Fast Racing RMX. So, you know, it was just crazy to think that, you know, after all this time, we finally get what we wanted. And no Odyssey at launch, but that's going to be an epic holiday title.
I'm glad it didn't launch because like Zelda is so like big. I mean,
Right,
oh my God,
yeah.
I'm not gonna beat that for so long. It's gonna be wow.
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, though. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that's the game you spent the most time on so far.
Yeah, it's so addicting. Oh god.
Okay, we gotta talk about this for a minute, like just a second, because I feel like people are gonna like trample me for this, like maul me over with a bear or something. I don't know, but okay. Whenever I started Zelda, I wasn't the biggest fan of it actually on the Switch. Breath of the Wild, I do like it. Now I'm liking it more and more, but it's just like whenever I started, it was very difficult for me to get into. I might make a video about that later on, but it's just like. It was very slow for me. I like to kind of just get from point A to point B kind of quick and like continue through the story. But it's when you're exploring where it really shines, you know.
Yeah.
Just in general, it's beautiful, and that game is just glorious so far. But like I said, my opinions change drastically throughout, so I'll talk about that at some other point. But you know, it is what it is, and it's just cool to finally have that. I played that the most too, I'm sure, but I also have been playing a little bit of 1-2 Switch, and I'll have an impressions video up on that. You know, I just got things going on, so I don't want to say too much about all this stuff, but that's kind of cool too. I will say that. It's cool. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyway, I mean, for everybody else though, I mean, we've heard of people waiting outside Nintendo New York for a month straight for this thing. You know, Sandy and Triforce, and you know, everybody just got so hyped for this thing, and it made the wait so seamless almost. You know, it was just very, very consistent, and I think that, you know, just the wait itself was not that hard, you know.
Yeah, that's what I liked with Nintendo taking a while to show it, because it was like it came out in 2 seconds after that.
Right. And it was just cool. Like, I don't even know. Like, we saw the presentation in January. This thing released in 6 weeks, and that was almost a week ago. That mark. So, I mean, time flies. But as of people, like, as the reception of this, though, I mean, GameStop and Walmart and Target and Best Buy are all, like, sold out of this thing. And, like, there's, you know, the pre-orders pretty much took everything. All their stuff. And I feel like, I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic for them still, because I feel like, I mean, as a launch, it did very well. Actually, I saw on Twitter earlier, I think we just talked about this before we recorded, that it was the best Nintendo system launch in history in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's like from Friday to Saturday, March 3rd and March 4th in the US.
It's pretty shocking too that they were able to do this despite the fact that they released it in March, like after the
Right.
holidays and all that. Like,
exactly.
yo.
just imagine if it was in like November or December or something like that. But it's just like, for where they are now, I feel like it's pretty solid ground, because I mean, Zelda as a launch title sold the most in Nintendo history as a launch title, standalone game, versus like Wii Sports. That doesn't count though, because that was part of a bundle. But as a standalone launch title, it even beat Super Mario 64 on the N64, and this thing is just done very well. And it's crazy that Nintendo's finally kind of had their head up in the game again. But like I said, so we think. I mean, just overall though, this thing is pretty interesting. I mean, have you played it outside yet or anything like that?
Yeah, I have played it a little bit outside. It's life-changing.
It's so weird. Like, I took it in handheld mode. I went downstairs and I'm sitting in my living room and I'm like, this is like a 3DS looking screen almost. And I'm like, look at this game that's running on this. Like, that is beautiful.
I know.
And it's like, I've been playing 1-2 Switch. I took it to my dad's house and we played it there. And this thing is literally what they have marketed it to be. And that's what they've advertised it as. And obviously that's not going to be a lie, I'm sure. But it's just like, finally, you know, I can experience joy in my life again. And it's just like...
Yeah, like with the handheld mode, I've used it in so many different situations. Like, I've played it in just the living room when I don't want to play on my TV, or I tried it on the elliptical when I was exercising. So I was running, and I had the Joy-Cons just wirelessly, and I was just running and playing Zelda, and it worked perfectly too. It was glorious. And I even tried it, like I was cooking and I was getting super bored, so I just put it on the little kickstand and I opened up Bomberman and I just played Bomberman while it's like, you can use this in so many different situations. It is amazing. Right. And I'm gonna play it at school during like breaks when I'm dying of boredom, and it's gonna like refill my soul so I don't like hang myself from all the work I have to do.
It's just yeah, it's crazy. Like, this thing is so portable. The battery life, I feel like, is going to be something that people are going to have a little bit of trouble with, especially with Zelda and handheld mode, because they advertise this thing to be able to, you know, hey, you can take it on the go, which, yeah, you can.
It does have pretty good battery life outside of Zelda.
Right, and I've noticed that because it takes a while to charge if the Joy-Cons are attached to it, so they can charge too. That makes enough sense, though, but if you put the console into the dock itself, just by, like, as one alone piece, rather, it seems to charge up rather okay, like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to like 80-90% area.
It takes forever to charge, but on a separate charger, it actually does charge fairly like fast. From what I've noticed, but on the dock, it's so slow.
Right. I don't know. It's just like, you would think it'd be the other way around. And have you seen like the pictures where like people are plugging in their Switch to their MacBooks and it's charging the MacBook instead of vice versa?
Yeah, because it's that powerful.
It's so cool to see. Like, it's so ironic in every way, because Nintendo's always been this, hey, we're kind of low in the ground anymore kind of company. And, you know, you guys are watching us nail the end of the coffin, but really they're like, hey, guess what? Rising up from the dead. Here we are. What's up? So
like the comeback
I don't know.
They've done this so many times. Like,
do what?
They're like the comeback kings. Like GameCube was a big failure, and then all of a sudden Wii comes out and blows up, and DS comes out and is like the best selling video game system ever. And now they have the Switch that's coming back from the disaster that was the Wii U. It's insane.
I hope it keeps going uphill for them, though, you know? I mean, obviously, we want the best for Nintendo, because we're kind of fanboys in a way.
I know.
And it's just like...
we need it for our mental stability.
We gotta worship our father. Yeah. We gotta worship Dad. So, I don't know. I mean, overall, what would you rate, like, the launch and everything so far out of 10? Just out of what we got, what we played, all that stuff.
I would give it a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I was gonna say we should say it at the same time, but obviously we already ruined that. So, hold on. No. Okay, I didn't hear that. Let's try again, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, 9. Oh. Okay.
We're gonna get 3, 2, 1,
8.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing. Okay. That was really stupid. Anyway, I don't know. Overall, I think I'd give it like an 8.5. You know, for Nintendo kind of making a comeback in the way. This launch is definitely a lot more hyped than the Wii U was, with New Super Mario Bros. U Nintendo Land. You know, 1-2 Switch is kind of interesting. Zelda is definitely a masterpiece in the making. So, it's crazy. What an adventure this has been, though. I mean, finally, after all this time, we are pretty much here. So, I mean, go ahead. What would you rate it?
Yeah, I would give it about 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. I love, like, the games that came with it. Like, Bomberman's great, Zelda's great. Like, to me, this actually is a really good day one lineup. I don't see why, like, everyone's acting like it's, like, the worst. It's like, you have, like, the best game, potentially the best game ever. Like you could argue that because
Right.
like you see, day one to play with the system. You have like Snipper Clips and Shovel Knight and Fast RMX, like all these different games that you can also play with it that are quite good. And Bomberman, I think that the launch is super great. Game wise, it's a 10. Like the system is playing everything flawlessly. It has the handheld console portable thing. My only issue is that the OS isn't that complete, but this is with
Right.
every console launch.
Give it
So
some
I'm
time.
hoping that they update over time and they give us like voice chat built into the system and an activity log and all that stuff.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, is there anything else you want to touch on before we head off of here?
What are you most excited for E3?
E3. Oh, I feel like we should talk about that later on. But to keep it kind of short and concise, Mario
Yeah, just one
Odyssey
thing.
stuff and maybe a new Animal Crossing. So
Nice.
I don't know. I mean, that's 3 months away. So oh my
Yeah, it's
gosh,
3 months away.
time flies. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out soon enough. So I'm excited. I don't know about you, but it'll be here before we know it. So. Is there anything else you want to touch on then after all that we mentioned, like the launch lineup? Let me redo that. Okay. So is there anything else you want to touch on before we jump off of here? We covered pretty much all of it, I think.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. Our souls are back into our body thanks to the Switch.
Yes.
And I look forward to seeing what the future holds for Nintendo. And I look forward to even the present because of how good Zelda is. So
Yes. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Go check out Zach's channel down below in the description. Link will be right there for you to go enjoy his stuff. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Let us know, what do you think of the Switch? And if you played it, give us your first impressions. Thank you for watching. We will talk to you next time.
bye.